What is the punishment for abduction as defined under 362 IPC under what section? Yes, please. What's the answer? Punishment for abduction. Offense of abduction is defined in section 362. Am I correct? What is the punishment? No idea? Smita? Is abduction an offense? All right, I'll show you the relevant section.
Abduction itself is not a punishable offense.
Abduction itself is not punishable. Okay? This is what you say? Jyotsna, is it punishable? I'll show you section 362. Whoever by force compels or by any deceitful means induces any person to go from any place is said to abduct that person. This is how abduction is defined. Is it an offense? Smita says mere abduction is not punishable. So is it an offense? Therefore, it is not an offense because offense is something which is punishable. Anything which is not punishable is not an offense. Can we say so? Any act which is not punishable is not an offense. Am I correct? All right. We can compare it with the kidnapping. Kidnapping by itself is an offense. And why it is an offense? Because it is punishable under section 363 of IPC. Whoever kidnaps any person shall be punished with imprisonment up to 7 years. Since the act of kidnapping is punishable, the act of kidnapping is an offense. But there is no corresponding provision as far as abduction is concerned. Section 360, there is no counterpart to section 363. Therefore, we say that abduction by itself is not punishable. Abduction by itself is not an offense as defined in section 362. 362 only defines the term. It does not provide any punishment for the same, but it becomes punishable if there is some further intention, knowledge, etc. For example, I'll just show you 3-4 sections. 364. Whoever kidnaps or abducts any person in order that such person may be murdered, etc. So if there is some further thing, mere abduction is not punishable, but abduction combined with the intention of murdering that person or putting him in danger of being murdered, it becomes punishable, it becomes an offense. 364. Similarly, 364A, ransom. If the object is to seek ransom, then also abduction becomes punishable. 365. Whoever kidnaps or abducts with intention to cause that person to be secretly and wrongfully confined. So if abduction is made with this intention, it becomes punishable, it becomes an offense. 365. And we can also add 362 and so on, which also says that kidnapping or abducting a woman with the following intention or knowledge becomes an offense. So it's very clear that by itself, abduction is not an offense because it is not punishable. However, abduction with a specified intention or knowledge becomes an offense under different sections of IPC like 364, 364A, 365, 366, etc.